All right, welcome everybody. My name is Lacie Thorne. I am a Yale University School of Management Executive MBA candidate for the class of 2023. I'm here today to talk to you about my proposal called Textiles, which is incentivizing brands and consumers for fashion resale. So right now, music artists are releasing music tracks as NFTs or non-fungible tokens on the blockchain. And you can Google the Kings of Leon NFT and Rolling Stones for a reference. So step one in developing an NFT is to limit the supply, and then the music album becomes a tradable collectible. Step two, once the NFT becomes a tradable collectible, theoretically, that contract can be designed that every single time it is sold in the future, effectively a waterfall of profits goes to every single previous owner, as well as the band. So I'm here today to encourage you to imagine if we did that same thing with clothing. You buy something, enter its smart tag number, and resell it on a platform. A portion of those proceeds then goes back to the brand. The person that you bought it from wears it and sells it. A portion of those proceeds go to them, you, and the brand, and so on and so on. So what are smart tags? Smart tags are NFC buttons attached to the garment or by a brand manufacturer or its current owner to provide data tracking to the garment. And you can scan these NFC buttons with an iPhone. What happens to the life cycle of goods we decide to buy when we know there are opportunities for trail commissions into the future? The life cycle of those goods then extends. We as consumers are incentivized to buy things that can be reused. Brands are incentivized to create things that last a long time. So this is the life cycle of a garment that can be used in this proposed concept. In the beginning, a brand or a consumer attaches a chip to a garment and uploads pics and descriptions to the blockchain. From there, the consumer purchases the item, scans the chip, and enters a PIN to unlock NFT ownership. They use the item and upload additional images to the blockchain to increase product value, memories, experiences. Perhaps there's a celebrity or an influencer where people want to buy into that lifestyle. From there, that consumer lists the item on an existing resale platform like eBay, Depop, ThreadUp, Poshmark, or The RealReal. In the listing, the consumer enters a link to the blockchain data in the description, and the completion of that resale transaction automatically triggers a PIN creation to transfer the NFT ownership to the buyer through third-party point-of-sale integration. From there, smart contract-enabled trail commissions are executed. That NFT ownership transaction triggers the automatic release of trail commissions back through the ownership lineage. Commission rates restructure at each resale transaction with diminishing returns, but pool at the base where ownership originated to incentivize both brands and early adopting consumers. From there, the product lifecycle continues between consumer and resale, with profits generating backwards through the lineage, through the smart contract enabled trail commission structure. This is a little bit of information about how trail commissions are calculated. But the important part is that an investor doesn't need to worry about trail commission because they're factored into the expense ratio. Oftentimes we see trail commissions in mutual funds But these mutual funds, and effectively the same concept with smart contract NFTs, they factor in the expenses of the trail commissions. There are not any hidden costs to the consumer. So how do we execute this idea? There's an existing platform called Real Items, and Real Items connects products to a blockchain-enabled NFT through a token called VeChain. These Real Items are products with matching digital certificates of authenticity. On the blockchain, these records are immutable, non-fungible, and universally tradable. So brands start by creating a digital identity for the products they sell and applying them to the package or the product. From there, the consumer can tap the NFC tag for info and enter in a PIN to transfer the ownership of the NFT from the brand to the consumer. And this is a short video about all of the data that can be associated with that transaction.
Now we're going to add that, and that adds this data to the actual asset. So when you scan it, you'll be able to see what memories are actually part of it. And you can add as many memories as you want. And this all gets uploaded to IPFS, gets tagged to the product, so you can have, boom, some data, see the IP address where it was, be on the map where exactly it was when this happened. And this is good. This is like tracking events. So whether you're an enterprise that wants to track the provenance of a good and you want to add memories to the product, we call these tracking events in more enterprise terms. As it moves through the supply chain, you can. So if it's a product and you're wanting to trace the fraud, you can scan the QR code and upload data to it as it moves through your supply chain through the manufacturing process to better account for where your assets are and how they're moving. So, or on the consumer side, you can use this to compound value and add data to a physical thing that makes it special, makes it unique, makes it different, tells a story. Having these products be able to tell a story is something that we find very unique, and we think is really going to open up doors to totally new kinds of experiences for consumers to engage with the physical things that they already own. And maybe it's not the most exciting, but now with this, it takes it to a new level. So we're going to go back to the admin view for this product, and we are I'm actually going to show you the QR code. So when we scan this, I'm going to scan this on my phone, and I'm going to register the ownership of this asset, and then it should appear in my wallet on the right-hand side. So when I go to scan this,
he's scanning it on his phone.
I'm going to enter the PIN to verify. And then I'm going to add this to my email accounts. Once I do that, this asset, I'm going to re-log into my wallet, and now the asset should appear right here. Here's my flannel shirt. Here's my video. So this is what it looks like from the consumer view in terms of the template that we built out. We have these QR codes in the bottom left, so if you're on a wallet, it makes it easy to show to somebody else. They can scan and open up on their phone and see the product as well. We have an example of our video. We have some features, our company logo, some of the gallery photos that we added earlier. Welcome to the short revolution. And then also, this is where we have our services. So whether you want to access the blockchain transaction record, whether you want to access the certificate of analysis, which we didn't include. In the future, we'll have the ability to list for sale to auction it off. Maybe you want to also donate to a cause. Maybe you want to have a recycling manual as a part of this product. But also, we can come in and load our memories. So we can see here, these are the memories that we have added. You can look at the picture. Wow, awesome. And this is all data. So imagine this is a celebrity that owns your product. Maybe it's a luxury product, and you can see all the memories that celebrity added. So kind of like the lineage story that they want to tell, the extra content that you get by owning this product and being a part of the journey of that physical thing. Adds a new layer of experience to already physical things that we know and love. And soon, being able to have rewards tied to these physical things, being able to trade it, those are all features that we're going to be bringing in the future.
Really cool. Additionally, there's an additional benefit of data for the brand that's usually not available if sold through a distributor. Take a look at this.
That are shared across those that are doing these tests and adding their email address and claiming the testnet assets. But you would be able to see who owns what. You'd be able to see what their email address is. In the future, we want to have more information to make that easier for you to be able to connect and better engage with your customer. But you'd be able to see who actually owns your product here. And this is something that, as a manufacturer, let's say, of a consumer packaged good, you're not able, or even any product that you sell to a distributor who then sells to a retailer, you're not able to get any of this information. You're not ever able to see who's your customer or who is actually buying your product and building a direct relationship with them through the product itself. And this is something that we really, that separates us in terms of being able to create a new, know who's buying what, who owns what, being able to actually connect with them on a much deeper level.
So what is missing between the existing infrastructure from the blockchain to VeChain to this service called Real Items and the concept that we discussed way back here for smart contract enabled trail commissions? So we're missing the point of sale integration buy-in from existing resale platforms. We need to be able to effectively trigger those automatic sales and automatic sales of the NFT, as well as the distribution of the trail commissions through the programming. Number two, we need to restructure this existing or a new NFT to execute those smart contract enabled diminishing trail commissions. Number three, we need capability for consumers to receive profits deposited into their bank accounts in US dollars. Currently, this process gives you the opportunity to receive a token like Ether or Bitcoin. And so that would require the introduction of an intermediary transaction. Let me just let him talk to you about the way that it's done currently.
And you would log in just like you would on the testnet. And then any asset you make here will actually will deduct it from your balance in terms of, buying a phygital, will create it on the blockchain and spend the gas cost in order to do so. At the bottom here, you'll see all features on this platform connected to the VeChain blockchain. This we've just integrated with Polygon as of a few days ago. So that we will have the ability to choose between which blockchain you'd like to mint your asset on, whether it be Polygon, VeChain, Ethereum, you'll get to choose. But this is, this is really just what the tokenized asset manager is.
So we need to streamline that deposit for the traditional consumer that may or may not already be associated with cryptocurrency and prefers receiving the profits from the sale of their garment in traditional US dollars deposited into their bank account. Number four, we need a pilot program with a brand manufacturing new apparel so we can test what it's like when we distribute these garments that are already chipped through a traditional supply chain. But then we also, number five, need a pilot program with resellers for secondhand apparel currently existing in the market to really get market data regarding what the consumer experience is in order to be able to take advantage of the existing supply of secondhand garments in the world. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My name is Lacie Thorne. You can email me at lacie.thorne@yale.edu. And if you have received this deck, I attached a few additional slides at the bottom. This is a video for a concept called fiber trace that actually spins traceable filaments into raw cotton. And I can show you just really quickly here what it looks like. It's fascinating. So this is what it looks like when they scan in.
We wanted to produce a traceable cotton product where the end consumer knew and appreciated its journey from seed to shelf.
With the help of some of the world's best scientists, fiber trace was born.
Organic pigments are embedded directly.
Really cool. And then the second additional resource is a webinar produced by Real Items that very intricately discusses the information behind that capability. Thank you very much. I look forward to continuing to pursue this project and really welcome feedback, critical feedback, thought processes, and potential partners. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.